I don't know, Mom. I'm completely lost. I'm just at a standstill. Yeah, I don't recognize anything. I don't even think you'd recognize this place. I'm in the middle of the road. I don't... Hold on. Nothing. It was just someone with their old southern charm. Anyway, yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry. I'll figure it out. I kind of remember where it is. It's okay. Yeah. All right. I love you too, Mom. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Race City, USA. Or to put it simply, Mooresville, North Carolina. This place is what Hollywood is for showbiz. Indiana is for basketball, and Texas for football. Okay, you get the picture. A stock car racing mecca. To me, it used to be home. The operative word used to.
Hello? Patrick, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm driving, but no, I'm not on the 405. I'm not in Cali. I'm in North Carolina. Yeah, I'm here just into the Cup Series. The guy only raced a couple of races. I don't know if he can help me out. He's ill, you know? I haven't seen him in like 10 years. Anyway, I think I'm almost here, so I gotta go. But do me a favor, man. Send me a picture of those new wheels, okay? All right. Yeah, I'll catch you later, man. Bye.
I never grew up with racing being the topic of conversation in the house, or spending my free time at the racetrack, or really even own any kind of wheels until the legal driving age. Grandson to a former moonshiner and stock car driver, racing has been in my blood that overflows through my heart.
Well, look what the smoke blew in. I got to letter last week about nearly had a damn heart attack. It has been way too long.
Yes, sir.
Well, don't just stand there, grab yourself, come on, let's go in the house. You got that?
Yeah.
Sure have road.
I didn't think you'd recognize me.
Recognize.
It's been 14 years.
You look just like your mom. So how long did it take you to get here from California?
A couple days. Stopped in a few hotels on the way.
Recognize that rocking chair?
Everything looks exactly like I remember it.
Well, come on in. Home sweet home. You can shut the door and put your things in this empty room down the hall here to the left.
Wow. Is that?
Sure is. We used to run all night from his daddy's still.
Yeah, I know. Is that why you quit?
Oh, those were good old days. Your grandmother, she didn't like that very much. She always said I was going to end up with my butt in jail. But she never complained when your mother was clothed and fed when I won some races. You interested in racing?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? It's a simple yes or no, as simple as that. You know, around here, racing is a family business. And I thought just maybe it'd be time to pass on the keys.
Why didn't you write? Or call?
I tried.
What's this?
What's it look like? 10 years of returned letters. So what do you say?
I don't know. I guess I haven't really thought about it. You don't see me in a car, do you?
Son, don't raise your tone of voice with me. I was just asking you a simple question.
Good old goat. I can't talk to you.
You know, I fear for your generation. You think everything's gonna be handed to you. What'd your mother do to you out there in California? Too much sun. Ryan? I didn't mean to startle you.
You didn't. I was...
You forgot your beer.
You can have it.
Nothing but dishwater anyway.
Jack, how many do you want? Got 1, 2, 3, 4. How many dogs carry? Jack, I need help with this.
Excuse me, can I help you? Well, hello.
Ryan? Jack, why didn't you tell me Ryan was in town?
Sonny? Hi.
No, I got
So, it's been what?
forever. Or seemed like it.
Did I scare you back to the house?
No. Well, yes. You surprised me more than anything.
A lot of things have changed around here.
Not as much as you might think. I missed you, though. Why didn't you write or call or email? We live in a world with such great technology, and you cannot blame it on the Pony Express group to be a horse and retired. I ain't buying it. Not from you.
I don't know. I guess I was scared. You know, leaving the way I did.
You left. Piedmont South High was never the same. Why did you leave? You had the chance to stay.
And what? Live with my grandpa? We barely get along as it is. Plus, it was my mom's chance to get out, make a life for herself away from this place.
All the way out in California? You ever heard of a road trip?
What do you call this?
What were you doing at my grandpa's house anyway?
He's teaching me how to bear hunt. I'm only kidding. It's like family. I always come over.
So, what are you up to these days? Husband? Boyfriend?
Nope. Dated a few, but nothing serious. How about you? Anyone special?
Nope. No one special. It's either artificial or superficial, they say where I live.
Oh, so there isn't that homegrown, all natural, huh? Well, sir, you have come to the right place. Did you like it there?
It had its moments. But I miss the people, though. The pace of life. The southern way, I guess.
Another thing you miss is that accent of yours.
Oh, well, let me not miss another moment.
About 4 years ago, I drove out to Texas to drop off my aunt, and I came this close to driving out to California.
What stopped you?
Scared of the lonely journey across the other half. Plus, my car broke down.
It sucks.
So, you back permanently or temporary?
I haven't decided yet. So, when I do, I'll let you know.
You want to race, don't you?
No.
I know you better than that. I remember 9th grade. You got in a fight with Greg because he said you couldn't cut it, and you said, "Wait and see. I will race and win, and I'm the one that won't be the poor-ass loser."
You remember that?
Yes, of course, you showed heart. Racing. That's what most people do around here. Why'd you come back? It's only logical you'd want to come back and race. Am I right, or am I coming out of left field? You have got roots. I don't need to remind you of that. Applejack.
Please just leave him out of this.
Why? He's your grandfather. He loves you. You should have seen him when you left. And now, he's sick.
I know.
So, tell me about Hollywood.
It's your turn to answer some questions.
Oh. Well, if you're gonna ask, you're gonna have to work for it.
How so?
Play me. A game of pool. One question for every ball you make in.
All right. You're on.
Well, look who's the lucky dog now.
Fill me in on the last 10 years.
That's a loaded question. In a nutshell, I graduated high school early, went to college, had to quit, though. My sister was in a bad accident and needed help.
What? Well, why didn't you tell him?
Same reason you didn't write. She went away after the whole ordeal, though. She's better now, married with kids.
It's good. It's good to hear.
Your grandfather really helped me through it, though. I think the world of him. He is like the grandfather I never had.
Well, maybe he should adopt you.
What can I get you two? A beer?
Same.
2 beers? All right. Gonna let me have a shot?
Nope.
Oh, come on, I got
Just
questions.
asked me to play pool.
I got questions too.
I'm sure you do. I got more.
Well, I want you to look who's back in town. Would you get lost on your way home? You're on the wrong coast, friend. Being absent for more than 10 years around here is like being a tourist. As far as I'm concerned, your rights to a local's long gone. Hell, I suggest you find a new place to hang out.
Well, look who just woke up on the wrong side of the universe.
Hey, look, I wasn't talking to you, so you stay out of it.
Hey, is that how you talk to her?
Enough!
Look, do you know who I am?
Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? I'm not stupid.
Hey, well, look, I couldn't tell it. Let me make this real easy for you, all right? This won't be no multiple choice question, true or false. You at the dragway tomorrow at 3 p.m. Strictly stop. And this time, you ain't gonna run, and your mommy ain't gonna be there to bail you out.
You better be there this time.
You got that?
Don't worry. I'll be there.
This isn't high school, boys. Greg, will you do us a favor and please leave?
Do us? It's us now?
Hey, I don't want any trouble around here. Now you stop it right now or you take it outside. If I have to call the cops, you're gonna be down here explaining yourselves all afternoon. Come on, Gene, come on. Come on, Ronnie, cowboy, let's go.
Hey, Rachel, let me get around. This is on me.
Tell me you're not going. Just to settle in old Beck, he races professionally.
Well, this sure doesn't seem too excited now, does it? Stay out of this, all right?
Ryan, can't you just see he's jealous? You were a threat to him back in high school, but... Hey, Ron, an extra one?
Sure. What?
Please.
So, you seem to move on pretty quickly. What happened to what's his name? Doug?
Not to be rude, but I don't think it's none of your business. I could say the same for you. Why do they have to beat each other up like that? Showboating?
They're just men, honey. They're not cars.
Ryan, don't do anything stupid. So, who's the poor ass loser now, huh?
Right.
Well, I hope your car will be okay.
Good. Yourself?
Wonderful.
Jackie, honey, we've got to go. We've got to go to the grocery store. Your grandma's coming over later. Come on, we'll come back later.
I don't want to.
Come on, we'll get the wagon then.
No.
Jackie, come on. I've got to go.
No.
I've got to go to the grocery. Jackie.
Excuse me.
Jackie. Jacqueline.
Excuse me. Thank you. Cute. Oh, cute.
Kids. Jacqueline Marie, why did you do that?
What can I do for you, son?
Oh, yeah, I need some tools.
What kind of tools do you need?
I need these.
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Ah, thank you.
Jim.
Jim, yeah. Do you mind me asking what's wrong with...
Oh, don't worry. The little girl does this every time she comes to town. Her mom bought her one for Christmas last year. Kids.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, well, thanks, Jim. How much do I owe you?
You're welcome. And you are?
Ryan Landis.
Jack's grandson.
Yeah.
I'll put it on his account. I'm sure he won't mind. Are you going racing?
Maybe. I'm thinking about it. I was just in the area, really. It's my mom's favorite store. And just felt like stopping by, really. It's practically a landmark, you know?
Well, welcome back. Jack's always been a good friend. Please let him know that I hope he gets better.
I will.
Well, it's nice meeting you. And if you ever need anything else, remember, I'm here. Thank you for your fine patronage.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jim. Have a good one, all right? Grandpa, shouldn't you be resting?
I already had my nap, if that's what you mean.
So this is your pride and glory. What a beauty.
Look, I'm working here. Please don't disturb me now.
I'm glad to see your eyesight's fine.
Looks like your mama needs to work on your manners. What, they don't have them out in California?
How would you know what my mother is or isn't doing in California? You haven't spoken to her in 15 years.
We can continue this conversation later. If you come to argue, you'll come on a bad time.
Flathead V8 engine?
Enough! Can't you see I'm working here?
250 horsepower. Hey. Is this Uncle Byron?
Put that away.
What happened?
Don't you understand English? I said put that back!
It's a big secret. Hey, Grandpa, you okay? Do you need me to call somebody?
Listen, right.
I can't believe he was out there like that.
Don't look at me. He's out there working on his car.
Quiet. Can't an old man enjoy his car? It's the only thing that don't fuss with me.
Remember that old moonshining song?
Do I remember that old moonshine song? Back in the days when moonshine ruled as the best hooch you could buy, white lightning up and slake your thirst whenever you got dry. My daddy, he ran a little still beyond the revenue's watchful eye. Watch out for them revenuers, he'd say they'll hunt you till they die. Dang them country boys that say they fooled us once again. But one of these days we'll get him good and toss him in the pen. Oh, girl, you missed your caller.
Grandpa?
Uh-huh.
I was thinking, since you used to race, I was wondering if you'd train me.
Son, train? This ain't like the Olympics.
How do you mean?
Well, first of all, you need seat time, skill, a good crew, and a good car. Now, I've been working on that baby out there 7 years. That's a good car. That's my reminder of the good old days. And you can polish it if you like, be my guest, but you ain't driving it. Now, to get back to your question. Racing's a whole lot different than it was when I first started.
Don't tell me you're gonna give me the whole wax on, wax off deal.
Huh?
Never mind, it's a joke. It's a line from a movie.
Well, I wasn't trying to be funny. What I'm trying to tell you, you have to be focused. You have to be patient. You can't just bump draft your way through life. You understand? Now, I heard all about that side job out at the dragway. You gonna pick a fight with everyone that challenges you?
Maybe. I won, didn't I?
Win or lose, save it for the racetrack. You can race them all, but you can't win them all. Life don't play out that way. You understand? So when Greg, Schmeg, whatever the name and number, ignore them until you are strapped in that seat, because that's where it counts. Okay?
Okay.
And you know, I just about fell off my chair when you asked me to help you. I never thought you'd do that. But I want you to know you all can count on me. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, I think I'll leave you two alone. I feel a little peaked. Thank you. Dang them country boys that say they fooled us once again. But one of these days we'll get him good and toss him in the pan.
Man's a firecracker, isn't he?
You said it.
You think he's got it in him?
You asking me? He needs to toughen up. Believe in himself more. Go all out.
I think he just heard you. Come on, Ryan. That away. This can't be. Am I in heaven?
Damn it!
You lost? Can I help you, old man?
No, I just happened to be in the area. For a while there, you had been giving those boys a run for their money.
Yeah. Blew up, though. I'm afraid my career ended just before it began. Hope I could just make it to the next one. Are you all right?
Yeah. Well, you just have to get back in the game. Don't give up. You know, you can race them all, but you can't win them all.
Do I know you?
Maybe. Hang in there.
Thanks, you too.
Applejack! Applejack! What happened?
You know, nothing I can't fix, buddy. Nothing I can't fix.
Working awfully hard. So who really taught you about cars?
Oh, thanks. Well, it wasn't my dad. He was never in the picture that much. And it wasn't my grandpa, obviously. So, me, mostly. My friends back home.
Oh, that explains why you're so good. You know, you were real lucky back there.
So, what do you want me to do about it?
So I don't want you to get hurt.
You don't want me to get hurt? Or you don't want Greg to get hurt? Besides, I'm the one that got the girl anyway.
Oh, really? So I'm a bet?
No. You know a thing or two?
Yeah.
How so?
What's it to you? There's a lot you don't know about me. I've helped out a few of the local boys who burn rubber on the weekends. After all, this is the land of speed. You can't go too far without hearing that loud engine or running into someone who's in the business.
Kind of like L.A. Well, You know, in LA, you can't go 2 feet without running into somebody who's in show business. That sort of thing.
God, I love this song.
Deborah? Yes, it's your father. It has been a long time. A very long time. No, he's just fine. And you? That's good to hear. Deborah, I just want to say I love you, and please forgive me for being such a bad father. Can you ever forgive me? Yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
Hey, you. What's up? You want to tell me something?
Oh, God, this isn't going to be easy. But to be fair to you, it was a big surprise when you came back. A good one.
Sonny.
A good one.
Sonny, whatever it is, you can tell me. Okay?
I'm pregnant.
So, who's the father?
Greg.
Right. Of course. Does he know? How long have the two of you been going out?
Well, it's not fair. A few months ago, I was out at Mitch's. A few too many. I didn't know you'd be back.
Your excuse is that if you'd have known I was coming home, you wouldn't have slept with him. You're gonna blame the alcohol. Do you even plan on telling him?
Eventually.
Well, we know this much. He can take care of you and the baby.
Stop it. What do you want from me? You know, I'm not the only one whose life turned upside down after you left. What about me? I had no one. Life just didn't stop when you left, and you're selfish to even think so. I understand you're angry, but you were my best friend. I don't love Greg. I love you. I've always loved you.
Hey, how's it going? Looks like you lost your best friend. Okay, well, I know when to back off.
I'm just not going through the best of times, all right?
What happened to your partner in crime?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh. I'm gonna change the subject now. So how's the racing going?
Great. Just great.
Well, well, well. Looks like we got the next center here.
Thank you. But I think you've got the wrong series, my friend.
Here's a toast to you, my boy. Promise me one thing. No matter how far down that track you go, don't ever forget to look in that rearview mirror to see where you came from. Don't forget this place.
Hey, Ryan! Come on in. I'll make us some lunch.
No thanks.
Come on in, the race is on. You can watch it with me.
Who's winning?
Junior.
Which one?
Fine. Be mad at the world. Suit yourself. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Grandpa.
You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't seem so sure. You want to talk about it?
Not really. No.
All right. You remember the time when you and Sonny were very young, 8 or 9? Sometimes you bring me beer from your house. You'd be riding your bicycles real fast. All excited, you'd run up and say, Grandpa, Grandpa!
You haven't used jacket.
Oh, he got away!
Yeah, actually, I do remember that. I was trying to be like you.
I talked to your mama yesterday.
You did? Wow. That's a record. What happened between the two of you? She never wants to talk about it. I guess she was trying to leave me out of it or something.
Well, it's a painful subject. It weren't all her fault, most was mine. See, when I was racing on the weekends, I got an opportunity to make a little extra money. Tire testing at the Speedway. Well, the only thing was that was very dangerous. A couple of boys ahead of me, they wrecked and someone was killed. Well, one time I wrecked and was in the hospital for 4 months. Bills ran high and everything. No insurance. Your grandmother was working 2 jobs, taking care of your mother and your Uncle Byron. I quit racing. I needed a steady paycheck.
What happened to Uncle Byron?
Your Uncle Byron died when he was 8. He raced too. He was out at a friend's house. And I told him to wait for me, and he didn't. He went along anyway, and they was messing with go-karts in the parking lot. Then it rained. And this car slid right off the road, right into him. Jesus. Next thing happened, they took him to the hospital. He caught pneumonia. 4 days later, he died.
So she blamed you for everything? It wasn't even your fault. I know she doesn't even want to hear the word racing.
Well, she blamed me for everything. Your grandmother was never there because she was always working. I was never there because I was always racing. But grandmother and I never talked about it much. She had a right not to. Everyone has their own way of grieving. Whether any day go by, then I don't think about Byron. He certainly had it in him.
He was 8.
Exactly.
Do you miss it?
Sometimes I did, but over the years, racing's forgot about me more than the other way around. Over the years, I helped a couple other boys get started, and that satisfied me on the long run. And my dreams changed, but there was more riding on that than me making my decision. And by the way, you don't have to be like me. Just be yourself. Okay? Now let's go have a look at that car of yours. Oh, I am getting old. So you got new spark plugs? You got timing belt there? Sonny!
Jack!
Well, hello, girl. How are you? I haven't seen you in a dog's age. Ow!
You alright?
Yeah. I'm not young anymore. Let me sit down. Ow!
Okay.
Yeah. So how's it going, girl?
Well, you know.
Yeah, I do know. But I know what happened between you two. I hope you can fix it.
Yeah, me too.
He's a hard-headed boy.
Apple never falls far from the tree.
Oh, you are a smart girl. I gotta get back out in the pit. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Oh, you too.
God bless you, girl.
Take care, Jack.
Okay, bye.
Grandpa, are you sure this is okay? I can take you to the house. You don't have to walk.
I want to walk.
Okay. I'm gonna go get dinner then.
Okay. Don't forget to thank Michael for the use of the car and everything.
I will, Grandpa.
Okay. See ya. One of our boys could really drive. He wasn't afraid to break the rules. He led them feds a merry chase, made them look like fools. Well, I guess you're wondering who he was and speculating on his name. None other than Junior Johnson. He's in racing's Hall of Fame. Yeah, with 50 wins in NASCAR, he's in racing's Hall of Fame.
news. Jack Landis, or Applejack Landis as he was known, died last Tuesday, September 9th, from an underlying heart condition at the age of 71. He leaves behind a daughter and a grandson, and many, many friends. Although Applejack wasn't a household name among racing fans, here in the Carolinas he was well known, and he was well respected by several racing legends. Jack got his start in racing by hauling moonshine, then became an NC short track racer in the early 1950s. From there, he moved up and made 15 starts in the Cup Series with 1 win and 3 top 5 finishes. Unfortunately, Jack quit racing after a near-fatal accident while tire testing. He will certainly be missed. Godspeed, Applejack.
Dear Ryan, I'm very thankful for the time I had with you, and I'm sorry it couldn't have been longer. I've always been proud of you, even during that time when you tried to learn how to drive and you knocked out my mailbox, and those wonderful gifts you made me in woodshop class. I'll leave you with this. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson said that. So, my dear grandson, go and do what lies within you. No questions asked. And by the way, keys to the car are in the ignition. Please take care of my baby. Love always, your grandfather, Applejack Landis.
You going back to California? Because if you are, I've been thinking about it, and I want to go with you.
No. I'm staying. I'm gonna give it a shot to race. This place used to be my home.
You have no idea how happy I am to hear that.
Was he happy? In life, I mean?
Most of the time. Except when he would mention you or your mother. He had a good life here.
I want to finish everything he started. I want to race all the races he never had the chance to.
Ryan, are you still mad at me?
No. No. How could I be?
Well, are you sure? I mean, So, am I your girlfriend?
You've always been more than that. I've always loved you.
Just call him.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Davis. This is Ryan Landis. I was calling you back.
All right, Ryan. Well, thanks for calling me back from this morning. Let me get right to the point. How would you like to drive my race cars next year?
You mean Cup?
Not the Cup cars, but the ARCA car.
Seriously? Thank you. Thank you. So I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Well, you can thank me next year by winning a bunch of races for us.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, everything's all set up. All you have to do is call the shop and go over and see Dustin tomorrow, and they'll start fitting you up in the seat and going over our testing schedule.
All right. Okay.
All right. Well, give me a call after you've been to the shop.
I will. Thank you.
No, thank you.
What? What? What did he say? What?
I got it. I got a ride next year.
Back in the day when moonshine ruled as the best hooch you could buy, white lightning up and slake your thirst whenever you run dry. My daddy, he run a little still beyond the taxman's watchful eye. Watch out for them revenuers, he'd say, they'll hunt you till they die. They'll smash your steel and spill your mash and haul you off to jail. But we'd go back in the woods again as soon as we made bail. We'd fire up a brand new still to fill your jug and pail. And every time we fooled the feds, you oughta heard 'em wail. Dang them country boys, they'd say they fooled us once again. But one of these days we'll catch him good and toss him in the pen. Them government men had great big cars and they'd chase us on our route. And if you tried to run, out came the gun and they weren't afraid to shoot. But there came the day when all that changed and we got the upper hand. We built us faster cars than theirs, the fastest in the land. Now one of our boys could really drive and not afraid to break the rules. He led them feds a merry chase and made 'em all look like fools. His flathead Ford was all souped up, suspension cranked real tight. He went like a bolt of lightning and then was out of sight. Dang that devil driving boy, he slipped us once again. But one of these days we'll get him good and lock him in the pen. When they started closing in on him, take off like a bird. Last thing those revenuers heard, he was shifting into third. He took the tightest turns at 65. On the flat, it really fly.
Sorry. This isn't high school, boys. Greg, will you do us a favor and please leave?
Well, they never really got traction. He played them all like a toy. All they did was eat the dust of that devil driving boy. One day he laid that all aside and went out on the track. And brother, after that first race, there weren't no looking back.
Sorry.
Cause racing with the big boys made shining kind of tame.
I fear for your tone of voice.
He started putting other boys to shame. Now I guess you're wondering who he is. And guessing where he's from. Well, I suppose you figured out by now. 'cause no one's all that dumb. Why up there?
I'm getting the sex change tomorrow.
We're gonna be girlfriends!
Honey, I was trying to tell you, you need to focus. No, you can't. Remember that damn word.
Be patient.
Patient.